Okay, go for it.
Hello, Matt. Nope. And we are the Back Yard Overland Tour. My name's Liam. I am a small-time YouTuber. I'm also an automotive engineer. I work on automotive interiors. And my YouTube channel is Jeep Sheep TV. I have some kind of harebrained ideas. This is my garage. These are my random Jeep parts. I have supercharged my 4-cylinder YJ for under $1,000, and I'm currently working on a 1972 Jeep Commando, which, cross your fingers, will be going on this trip.
Also pretty cool, even though it's a Flintstone mobile right now.
It has no floors.
Yes. That's part of its charm.
Yes.
I'm Joe, and I'm also an automotive engineer. I work on suspensions with most of the American Big Three. Also been an off-roader since high school, since I could drive. Build a lot as well. This is not my garage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, not mine. Mine also looks like this, but less engine part. The engine's actually in the car still. My claim to fame is I built the V10 powered M715 and took it out west on four-wheelers overland adventure in Arizona and had a blast doing that. Met some great people, still talk to them, and basically want to do the same thing here, just less cost involved, not needing to drive out to Arizona.
Yeah.
The morning of day 3 starts with a beautiful sunrise over Lake Superior at the mouth of the Huron Campsite.
How's it going, Joe?
Going. Trying to get 2 pots of coffee all at once.
After having to spend some time working on the M715, the group got to the campsite a little bit late at the end of day 2. Upon arrival, they realized that someone was in the main campsite that they wanted to stay in and had to camp a little bit closer to the beach than they had originally planned. This is a beautiful campsite and has a lot to offer, but the group has a lot of trail and highway miles that they have to conquer today, so it's just a quick breakfast, pack up, and get on the road. This is the 3rd day and 3rd video of the Back Yard Overland Tour. By this time, the team has toured a copper mine, driven to the tip of the Keweenaw Peninsula, wheeled on the moon, and fixed the M715. If you're new to this video series or this channel, check out parts 1 and 2 and don't forget to subscribe. The Back Yard Overland Tour is presented by Tyree Lights and additionally sponsored by Maximus 3, Unofficial Use Only, Dynomax Mufflers, Trails Offroad, Rancho Suspension, and Tread Lightly. Joe leads the group today and takes them through a long trail that's primarily a logging road. This trail is incredibly scenic and the weather is unbeatable.
This audio is going to be crap. My finger just got hit by a stick.
Michael Harrington is the resident videographer for the week. It's rare to see him on camera, but when you do, it's always a treat. After determining that this bridge is just not safe for the vehicles, the team discovers that the trail diverts and allows you to ford the small stream. The old hood open again. Nothing terribly wrong, just keeping an eye on it. It's an old Jeep. We've got a radiator, which is hot but wiggly, and we JB welded one half of it yesterday, and we're going to probably get the rest of it today. And we're leaking gasoline. We are leaking a tiny amount of oil. We're definitely leaking transmission fluid, and we are leaking power steering fluid as well. Yeah, we're doing our best to minimize that because we're trying to tread lightly, but these old Jeeps, it's kind of the nature of the beast sometimes. So some carb tuning will be necessary in the future, but we're making down the trail just fine. There we go. Got a ways to go.
More fun problem. The 715 just killed itself and the starter won't go.
Well, I have to tell you now on flat ground.
As the dirt trail comes to an end, the team is presented with highway, which they're going to be on for the rest of the day.
What do you think, Gage? Good things.
So right now we are turning onto M28 and heading to Munising. We're going to get a grocery run, but if you can believe this, our good friends, our off-road buddies, friendships forged in the fires of stopping at gas stations a lot, left us when we had a bathroom/data emergency. As we were trying to transfer vital data from the interwebs and the electronic pocket computers onto memory Heidi sticks, there was a bathroom emergency. We had to go. And they said, you know what? That's cool. You've had our back for long enough. We're going to leave you. And those are the types of friendships that you find out here on the Back Yard Overland Tour 2022.
With pit stops in Munising and Marquette, today is all about refueling, recharging, resupplying, and finding a really good place to eat. In typical adventure fashion, a lot of data was lost in a file transfer, and now we're at the end of the day. The team is yet again arriving at their campsite in the dark, but fortunately the Tyree lights shine bright and clear and guide the team to their next campsite, where they will stay and prepare for day 4.
So these are regular old headlights just cruising along.
You want a little bit more light?
Oh, well, yeah.
It's just gonna be playing.
We are getting some water.
It's just another day at the water pump.
Taking your work for it, huh?
That's right. You want to stay alive, you gotta do the work.
This is day 4. A lot of off-road. Gonna check out the mouth of the Two-Hearted, Chris Point Lighthouse, and Whitefish Point.
You two ready?
Bit of a bumpy start earlier due to the spun wheel bearing, but yeah, we've been doing pretty good so far.
Sorry, we were just talking about Jeeps, you know, Jeep things.
Jeeping things.
Well, the radiator that we fixed broke on the other side, so we got El Ratcheto Strapo over here holding it together. I'm gonna throw more JB Weld on this side. I've enlisted Cole to do so because he did such a good job over there, and it gives me a chance to tighten some header bolts that seem to be a little leaky.
Work in here and push.
It wouldn't be an
42
off-road
or-
adventure unless some JB Weld was
What if
involved.
I give you a little bit more angle on the hood?
Maybe next year they can sponsor the event.
Actually,
Wink,
you know
wink,
what?
wink, wink.
Heck yeah.
Put a little,
Oh yeah.
just a little seal.
Good shit.
I love how everybody's
Transmission fluid everywhere.
Oh yeah,
That's how you know it's got fluid in it.
Liam, what model did you say that was?
That's a YJ. It might be an 89 because I think they did that package a little earlier on, or like a 90. But that one would be an Islander with a fun little paint job on the side. Oh, I thought that was an HJ8.
I thought that was a C9.
Right now, we're letting air out of the tires because air in the tires makes the ride a little bit less comfortable. The remainder of the day is going to be on dirt and gravel and sand and all sorts of good stuff. The trail is that way. That's all I know.
Hey guys, my name is Cole Rogers. I am with Tyree Lights. I am in the off-road division of Tyree. We are a relatively new to the off-road light company, but we have been around for 30 plus years servicing the heavy machinery, mining, logging, all that stuff. So our lights are built tough. They're built right in Wisconsin, and they're built brighter than anything you'll see on the trail. As you can probably tell by the grease in my hair and the dirt on the Jeep, we are on day 4 of the Back Yard Overland Tour. Right now we're going to the mouth of the Two-Hearted River, where we're gonna go see where the beer's named after. I guess it's a midpoint way on our way to the final camp tonight. So excited. The guys aren't telling me exactly where we're going every day, but we're here for the adventure. So serendipity is the name of the game on this one.
Lake Superior yet again. This is one of our waypoints. This is the Two-Hearted River. So the Two-Hearted River is behind us here, and it dumps into Superior somewhere over here. It's a nice little bridge that we came across. It's a bit of fun to jump around on because it moves a bit. And it's good weather. Got some rain on the horizon though, so hopefully we can keep that over there in what appears to be Canada. We're leaving the Two-Hearted River and we're heading our way to Crisp Point. The trail for the most part is just this sand, a little bit softer. I threw it in 4-wheel drive just to prevent any type of digging in. Don't necessarily know if I need it, but that's the way to do it. It's a shared trail. We got 4-wheelers actually coming up behind us right here. That's what we're talking about on the radio, so we're going to try and get out of their way. Huge shout out to Mike at Rancho for sending over a good set of shocks and a steering stabilizer. I've been cruising through these corners like an absolute champ. He's also responsible for this. He gave the Dynomax Mufflers, so Mike's also responsible for Dynomax. He provided me with the mufflers as well as the pipe needed to build my exhaust system at the 11th hour before coming on this trip. So a huge shout out to him as well for the sight, sounds, and feel of this Jeep. We just happened to run into Todd on the trail. That's where I usually run into Todd, is on the trail.
On the trail. Always on the trail.
What do you do? How did you get here? What's going on?
What's going on? So I'm Todd with Trails Off-Road, and we create off-road trail guides. So I've been up in the UP creating trail guides with my friend Liam here, and just so happens we're out here at the same time, and here we are at Crisp Point. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not a bad day when your friend from the other side of the country happens to be on the same trail as you.
Colorado.
Yep, you drove out all the way from what part of Colorado?
Grand Junction, so pretty close to Moab, and I gotta say I'm enjoying the cooler, damp weather on Lake Superior.
Yeah, we've gotten really lucky this week with the weather. So you're with Trails Off-Road. What's the 10-second rundown of what you guys do and what's great about your app?
So what we do is we drive all the trails that you'll find on Trails Off-Road. We drive them ourselves. We give them a technical rating and really give everybody prepared so they know before they go, so they're not stuck or anything like that and getting into things, over their head or where they really are not having fun. So the whole idea is to have fun out here.
Yeah, for sure. And I think we talked previously that one of our sponsors for this event is Tread Lightly.
Yep.
And sometimes knowing the gear to bring helps you to keep the trail cleaner and safer for everyone else. And that's kind of what I love about your app, is I can go on and I know right away, you know what, my 29-inch tires are not going to work here. I'm going to be bottoming out, scraping rocks, dripping oil everywhere, and maybe I should rethink my route, or I'm going to be okay. And something I really like, and I actually did this on this trip, we got up here a day early, and me and Gage are in the Commando, and we had nowhere to stay. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. I pulled out Trails Off-Road, looked at some maps, you had all the camping routed, and then determined that they were all too far away from us, and we went to a hotel. But but I had that in my pocket, and I thought that was the best thing ever.
Well, kind of going to that, up here in the UP, the trails can be very wet and muddy. And so one of the things is go through the mud, not around the mud, go through the water, not around the water. So if if a mud hole or a water hole is traditionally deep year round, and you don't have the rig to get through it, stay off the trail. Don't go around and widen the trail and creating what they call trail braiding. And that's what gets a lot of trails closed.
Yeah, for sure. And like you just said, having that information at our fingertips is really how we can know before we're even on the trail, before we're sitting there going, hey, we've been here all day and we just want to get through. We know before we even leave home that, hey, we need a Jeep with X amount of ground clearance or a snorkel or whatever.
Yeah. And can I show you what we do to get a quick glance?
Yeah, let's do that.
So what we do is we color code our map based on difficulty. So as you can see, the greens are the easy, orange, moderate, and so forth and so forth.
And extreme, look at that.
Yeah, and extreme. So you can really kind of pick your routes based on the type of road, difficulty you're looking for. And we even give a vehicle recommendation along with that.
Awesome. And then, so when we click on them, what are we seeing as far as like photos? Do I know, like, intersections or obstacles? Are you documenting that kind of thing?
Yep, we do. We document all the obstacles, the hardest part of the trail, any type of camping that we find, points of interest. Could be old mines, like here, Crisp Point is an amazing lighthouse that's just absolutely as beautiful as the woods that you have to drive through it. So we try to give someone a flavor of the trail from start to finish, right? What are you going to see? What can you experience? So obstacles, camping, points of interest, historical stuff. I don't know in Crisp Point if you saw the sign where on such and such date in April 2015, the Highway Patrol rescued 2 women that had been stuck in the snow for 13 days surviving off Fritos and Girl Scout cookies. And they were in an SUV. So even though this is a green trail, just goes to show you anything can happen, right, if you're out in the wrong weather. So yeah, we cover all that in our trail guides.
Awesome. And so we're here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. You've got a couple trails speckled throughout. Are we expecting to see more since you're up here?
Yeah, a lot more. First of all, I've fallen in love with the area. I think it's absolutely one of the gems in America. I mean, and I live an hour from Moab and right in the heart of Colorado. What's up here rivals anything. It's just a little bit different, but the pure nature and the beauty of it all, and just the experience up here is really good. So you'll see a lot more trail guides coming forth from Trails Off-Road in the UP.
Awesome. Yeah. And are we traversing a trail today with you? Or are you following with?
If you guys got an extra radio.
All right, great. Well, let's hit the trail.
Let's do it.
Hey there! Welcome to the Commando, where the windshield's dirty, your feet get wet when you go through puddles, and the bumps are just a little bit more violent than the modern cars. Also, there's a lake back there. Don't know what it is, but I like looking at it. Might get a little bit of rain coming up here, and that's how you clean off the windshield in this thing. Windshield wipers work, but the little spritzer thing is a no-go, so we're just hoping Mother Nature's gonna give us a little hand here with our cleanliness and keep on trekking down the road.
Is your seat folded down pretty good?
Part of it.
Folded to the rust really good?
Sorta.
Tires behind your grill. So it's hard to clean them.
Nice clean headlights.
Yep. All better. Leaving the trails, the team takes a quick break near Tequamanon Falls to air up their tires, clean off some headlights, and prepare for a few miles of road running before heading to their final campsite of the day. Welcome to paradise. Population? I guess I don't really know.
Watching, I was like, he needs to be going so much faster to get through this.
Still limited to just two-wheel drive, Joe's M715 was struggling in the deep sand. Fortunately, the Maximus 3 Gladiator proved to be more than capable of dragging this 1.25 ton truck all the way to camp.
what's up?
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Good. Deep sand on high PSI is not a good combo.
Go over all their gear one more time without ums?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's do it. We're here.
Okay, so behind me you'll see the Maximus 3. Hey everybody, my name is Joe and I'm out here on the 2022 Backyard Overland Adventure here up in Michigan. We're currently out on Whitefish Point. Behind me is this beautiful 2019 Gladiator Rubicon, and it's been upfitted by Maximus 3, the company which you can kind of see through the dirt there. This is kind of one of their showcase vehicles. You may recognize it from SEMA. They've got all kinds of really awesome goodies on it. One of the big things that you're going to notice right off the bat is Maximus's 4.5-inch lift really gives the truck a great stance. It's sitting on 39-inch tall BF Goodrich tires. Their prototype snorkel, the push bar here in the front, as well as their roof rack and their rear rack. It's their overland rack, as well as the decking that they put over the actual bed. So it kind of gives you two separate bed floors right at the top of the bed rail. Gives you a whole second other floor that you can either have run partial length of the bed or the full length of the bed. Another great aspect of this is, again, that whole rack system that runs the full length of the box. It's going to give you the opportunity to mount stuff like a rooftop tent or other supplies, other racks, water jugs. You can mount things to the side, sand tracks. There's also this fantastic ladder system, so you can actually climb the side of your behemoth beast on a 4.5-inch lift with 39-inch tall tires and get to whatever you have up on top of that rack. So super awesome. You can stand up there, you can load it up with as much gear as you need. And then of course we have our roof rack as well. We've got a bunch of Tyree lights mounted to the thing. So if you have a brand new Jeep, go ahead and look up Maximus 3, give them a call, and give them a lot of money for really cool Jeep stuff. Yeah. Onward to victory.
Hey guys, I'm Cole with Tyree Lights. We do a lot of lights for heavy machinery, logging, mining, all that kind of stuff. So all of our lights are tough and built to last, and they got to work all the time and they got to be bright all the time. We brought that kind of mindset, brought it over in the off-road. So you can see our lights have a pretty robust appearance. We have all aluminum heat sinks. There'll be no plastic on our heat sinks. We go by effective lumen. We tell you what's actually coming out of the housing. We don't give you the made-up theoretical number that some light companies give you, because we don't BS you. We're a work light company, and we got to keep it straight with you guys. We've been around for 30 years. Got lights here that are IP69K waterproofed, meaning you can pressure wash these things and not have to worry about any water intrusion, because we know water is not good for LEDs. It's kind of run off electricity. That doesn't mix too well. You'll see on our lights we have this rubber in it on all of our lights. That's isolation. It's for vibration. We put these on big giant machines that don't have much of a suspension. They also spread light in such a way that this sector hasn't seen before. We have a lot of engineering in just to our lenses to make sure you're not just getting a bright light, but you're getting full coverage where you want it and nowhere else. So we offer a lot of different lens patterns. We go by nomenclature of wide symmetric and narrow symmetric. That's our personal answer to the spot beam flood combo. So basically that saying is the wide and narrow refers to how much flood we're getting. Wide means more flood, narrow means a little bit less, but either way, your light's going for miles and miles, and you'll see these Tyrees from the moon.
Cole had to leave a day early, so the team said their goodbyes, thanked him for the good times, and provided him with a nice hot brat to eat on his long drive home.
This trip was an absolute blast. Adventure from start to finish, and I can't wait for next year, you guys. Come catch us next year at the Back Yard Overland Tour. Cheers.
Well, it's about the end of day 4. We're here at our camp on the coast of Lake Superior. Some folks just came down the road asking for a tow out. Considering everyone's tents are set up, the only one without a tent set up is Liam's Commando, and he's currently flooded it with fuel, and he's valiantly trying to
Both. You ready?
Yep.
Oh.
All right, hold on just a second.
Yep. We're getting the fuel out.
Tell me when.
Okay. Yeah, watch out. Yeah. The nut fell off the other side of the throttle linkage.
Was it quarter 20?
Flashlight?
Yeah, is it like sitting back on the intake?
It is. There you go. Oh, the Lord is a good Lord.
My headphone just caught me.
Can you hold this right quick? Yeah. Oh, not where my head's at. Kidding. Just wanted to yell at you like your story about your dad. All right, we'll get a wrench on that in a bit. Son of a biscuit! Mike, I hope you caught all of that.
Off camera, Liam and Joe successfully used the Commando to rescue a Chevy Colorado that had been buried up to its axles in the deep sand at the entrance of the trail. Having done their good deed for the day, the team celebrates their last night of camping with some sizzling bacon.
Oh, it's gonna be a while.
That sounds like an engine.